Government of the United Arab Emirates to repatriate over 450 Ugandans currently stranded in Dubai and other cities in the UAE. Under this arrangement, these Ugandans will also enjoy a waiver on all penalties accruing from their overstretched visas. The announcement was made on Thursday by the Minister for Gender, Labour and Social Development, Betty Amongi, at the Uganda Media Centre. Now, this comes after infamous images and distress calls of Ugandans believed to be stranded in the Middle East went viral on social media. These are the details.
In 2005, government initiated the externalization of labour program as a short-term window for creating safe, orderly, regular and formal channel for Ugandans who choose employment abroad. Nankanja Flavia is one of the lucky Ugandans that embraced this program, sought employment in the Middle East, a decision that has indeed paid off. Nankanja attests to the fact that she went through legal processes with adequate guidance of a licensed company. However, going by recent media reports of stranded Ugandans in the United Arab Emirates, government and stakeholders have had to raise a flag on illegal migration.
We have engaged our embassy and they have given us a comprehensive report, because some have been there for more than 5 years, 10 years. Others have been there as of recent, and most of those that you see on the streets sleeping on Bania squares in Dubai are victims of this.
Following the said illegal stay, most of the stranded Ugandans have millions of shillings in penalties hanging around their necks.
Most of these people did not go through the visas for work. They went through tourist visas and visitors visas. So there are Ugandans who have 6 million shillings as fine, 10 million, there's one with 47 million as fine. And so you cannot come back when you've not paid that.
Fortunately, after back and forth engagements, government has finally sealed a deal with the United Arab Emirates to rescue a total of 452 Ugandans.
Humanitarian offer from the government of UAE to give tickets to all Ugandans who are stranded in UAE and would like to come back to Uganda. And they will be given free tickets to come back. At the moment, they are being registered by the government of UAE, of course, with close collaboration with our embassy.
According to statistics, Uganda receives about $900 million per annum in remittances from migrant workers. It is hoped that when streamlined, labor externalization could fetch more revenue. Dorcas Kimono, UBC News.
Furthermore, Ugandans have been tasked to work hard and contribute to development. And this message was delivered by His Excellency, the President of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, at the grand opening ceremony of the Voice Mall and Hotel Bwebaja, built by Gudras Behakanira, a city trader.
The official launch of the multi-billion The Voice Mall and Hotel commenced with mass attended by friends and traders operating at the facility.
And give birth to a son, and they will call him Emyooga, the name of which means God is with us.
After which the many celebrants blessed the facility. At about 3 o'clock, the Fountain of Honor's motorcade made entrance to the venue, and he officially launched the facility, proceeding with a courtesy tour of the mall. The proprietor of the Voice Mall and Hotel, Gudra Behakanira, and her daughters lauded President Museveni for choosing the best people to help protect her property from greedy people who wanted to snatch it away.
aba bantu bashatu kuba baje mugende muze kuyamba ogwo mukigakazi banyoroberera bampandikira orujungu rundu kucenga bambasa.
It's not been an easy feat for everyone that has been involved, from the engineers to all of the people that are working on the ground.
Until one day she said, I want to call it The Voice. Me and my sister were a bit bored with the name choice.
In his maiden speech at the grand opening ceremony of the state-of-the-art Voice Mall and Hotel, President Museveni implored Gudra Behakanira and cautioned Ugandans to strive and contribute towards development.
The Shonda is everybody making a contribution where you are. If everybody makes a contribution where you are, the total effect will be decisive for the whole country. So, what brings the problem? Abamwentu ngo origezo rwitu abandi oshanga begamire fuka peregero kirungi, because this is also a role model for the other people, Ugandans, women and men. Okushaka inokurwa mukushaka ukakora icyawe ecyaha kandi ukatandukana kugira ibyo watwara here. Mwene kati this hotel which she has put here is an export item, because when tourists come and stay here, they bring, it's like exporting coffee.
Also present was Minister of State for Trade David Bahati, among other delegates, who promised that government is to build a campus to institute all government offices just opposite the facility.
We put up a government campus here through UNSSF, and we are going to invest over 450 million. So that, because His Excellency the President said, instead of spending money, we are currently spending 196 billion through rent.
This was a very good deal. The government got that whole hill, and you hear Bahati is telling you that we are going to build there a government campus.
The three-star facility is 17 kilometers from Kampala city and is situated in Wakiso district, and it boasts and features of 24-hour front desk accommodation and other services. I'm Waiva Njuko for UBC News.
October Mukaga Millennium Garden Sazibuaya. October Munanaji Montelembara. Kuminutano October 40 Poto Muchisawe. Abidi October Bale Sports Center. Mtualo Kumo Yebe Mtuale Santo Emeza million yemo. Wabula Bantualo Kumia Abana Gula Tickets Wakosa M10 Momo Banjakusa Sulen Komitano Binamina Mitendo Amo Center Hiva Motors Galaxy FM Radio 4 Kagwila Wo TN Saba Furu Balamo.
Cooking with electricity is now affordable. Cook your beans. Avoid smoke.
Sayaka. Cooking with electricity is now so affordable with the Fumba tariff set by the Electricity Regulatory Authority. With the Fumba tariff, you can now buy up to 70 units of Yaka at a reduced price of 412 Uganda shillings per unit after consuming your first 80 units of the month. For more information, contact the Electricity Regulatory Authority on 0200 506 000.
Meet Professor Petero. He knows something every hustler in UG is gonna love.
Oh, see. You say I was just trying to get the documents to register for Airtel Money.
You don't need the documents. You just say for register.
What's going on here? He sells things from the shop, and behind my back, he gets the money and gives it to his girlfriends.
But just get Airtel Money Pay so that all money comes direct to your business wallet, and only you, the owner, have access to it. Just dial *185 *10 hash, and now you are on. No waiting. Huh? This insanity is sweet. Give them also
I only take Airtel Money Pay. It's easy and secure.
Yes, become a safer and more efficient cash-free business today. Easy.
No mixing your business money with your Kameza money. Now, that's efficient.
Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
Do you need data collection services, data analysis and reporting, monitoring and evaluation systems? Then contact Mold Technologies, a professional research firm that has provided many organizations with timely research solutions for over 15 years. For more information, visit www.mt.co.ug or call us on 0704 913 399 or 0782 602 963. Visit our office in Kampala at Sayuni Complex in Tinda. Mood Technologies, your professional research firm.
Ooh, they look nice.
Thank you, honey.
Yo!
You guys gather, it's going down.
Gather! Gather! Yo!
I tell you what.
Yo!
Yo!
Airtel is giving you bigger data bundles for the same price. Dial *175# to choose from our range of bigger Chillax bundles that don't expire. Bigger monthly bundles, all for the same price. And staying connected longer to loved ones. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Forget last season. Forget the oohs and ahs. Forget every moment that stole the show. Because the real show is here on GoTV. It's the new season. It's action-packed and it's going to be non-stop football. With over 1,000 games from more than 7 leagues and cup competitions plus a World Cup. Make sure you get the best seat in the house this new football season. Get a GoCoder with 1 month of GoTV value for only 25,000 Uganda shillings and enjoy non-stop football. GoTV Uganda. Love it.
It's better to foster respect instead of fear and pain.
Cause a good school equals a better life.
Raising voices.
Welcome back from that short break. You're still watching the UBC News Tonight. In more news, Otuke district is still calling for food relief to respond to the food shortage after prolonged drought witnessed in the district. Francis Abola, the district chairperson, says that 4 people have been lost so far to hunger-related illnesses, while others are believed to be undocumented. According to the health department, many persons living with HIV and AIDS have also abandoned their medication due to the lack of food.
Food shortage has emerged as one of the contributing factors in the low viral load suppression in Otuke district. Patrick Opio, the HIV focal point person, says HIV/AIDS prevalence in the district stands at 5.7%, but the rate at which patients are abandoning medication is worrying.
One of the contributing factors is food. Medicine needs food for you to take and for it to act well in the body. But where there is no food, that becomes a challenge.
Otuke district has been through a number of challenges, including the locust incursion, hailstorm, Karamojong invasion, and prolonged droughts.
If the Karamojong are suffering in any way, then Otuke is also undergoing that. So we are in a desert zone. That's why we are suffering much more than any other district in Lagos sub-region.
This resulted to food shortage in the district, where some hunger-related deaths were witnessed.
You see, officially, I know of 4 people. People fear when you tell somebody, my relative died out of anger. The question is, where were you?
In the health facilities, we shall just realize that this client is not coming. Then when we try to probe, you will get that we have lost this one.
In July, after the call for relief aid by the district, e-Cairo, an online company, intervened with the food items for the elderly.
Like you're about to cry.
For the second time, the company donated food relief to 1,000 children living with HIV/AIDS in the district.
The people who are living with HIV/AIDS were more vulnerable compared to the other categories that we had in our target group. That is why this time around as eCairo, we thought otherwise to come back and support people living with HIV/AIDS and more especially children under 15 years of age.
We are still saying that whoever can come to our rescue, because as I said, the situation is not yet very good. People are in dire need for food.
Joan Nadere, a resident of Ulilim sub-county who received 2 kilograms of posho and beans, says her granddaughter has been surviving on white leaves and has been very unhealthy.
Bala kodong tikitini jama uma chawando timi chiseni kan namani tida kame pira kia bino ka ye tida kame raktia panka.
Women are more affected than men.
Medics believe when ARV is taken on an empty stomach, it causes general body weakness, and abandoning the drug leads to a non-suppression of viral load, causing a blown-out AIDS, and the person can suffer frequent opportunistic infection, which can lead to death. Ediolwa, UBC News.
And in other news, Parliamentary Committee on Agriculture has punched holes in the implementation of the Agriculture Cluster Development Program, SCDP. The committee that is on a countrywide monitoring exercise noted that there is a big disconnect between the design of the project and how it is actually being implemented. They also rejected a cassava chipper in Dokolo, saying that it is too small for high production as it was intended.
The Parliamentary Committee on Agriculture is currently on a countrywide tour to assess the performance of the Agriculture Cluster Development Project, SCDP.
How much money did you receive?
You have not got it?
No,
I got some money for coming. How? Why? For coming for monitoring activities. Getting that money and accounting for it. That's the report we are getting. That can be audited. No, this question of auditing cannot solve our problem because you are good at documentation.
So this is...
At Dokolo Youth Oilseed Cooperative, the committee applauded their preparedness. However, they were shocked to realize that roadworks is only at 10%.
This machine will not change any life.
They also rejected the cassava chipper, which they say is not commensurate with the group's capacity.
We have a disconnect between the planning, the design of the project, and the direct implementation of the program. And as you can see, you have a very big capacity of a washing machine for cassava, but when you go to the cassava chipper, it is a complete disconnect.
Definitely we will revert back to the supplier and ask them to give the right specifications. We will work with the supplier to ensure this is done.
Farmers also reported that the e-voucher system has been a challenge.
Farmers are not happy. You pay money, they are waiting for the input.
In Dokolo North, the area MP intervened in the cassava projects and co-funded for the farmers to help them benefit from the intervention.
We need to step up because if we are to restrict ourselves into co-funding, then many people will be left behind. We are so thankful for the member of parliament of this area who came in to liberate the farmers of this area.
The biggest area they should document are, one, the positive things. And I see the positives as I mentioned, curbing hunger, but more importantly, the issue of income. I think by the end of this year, they will be shocked with the results we are getting on the ground.
The initiative of going down to see the value of money, it is very important. I'm encouraging our other committees at national level to also borrow from this committee. If all the committees can come down, reach down, follow the money, see what the money has done, this will change the country.
SCDP is a $150 million World Bank funded project to raise on farm production and marketable volumes of selected agricultural commodities in Uganda. Ediolwa, UBC News.
And in other news, Nyege, the event preparations are still ongoing despite the stand of Parliament for the event not to. Incidentally, the people of Jinja are excited about the business perspective from which they will earn unusual income and the development the event is going to bring to the district. Our reporter has more on the story.
Bali excited ndoza abandi bachamufulu akuba bali mu parliament bakuba bali Kampala. What is very important, bategeera ebizibu bya Uganda, bategeera ebintu bya Busoga, era bategeera nti nyegenyege tine yaleeta homosexuality mu nsi. Aba member of parliament ali kukola argument at homosexuality ereeta eva mu nyegenyege.
Nyegenyege tuba tumufunamu embuzi y'emitwalo 10 tugitunda emitwalo ago 3, enkoko y'omutwalo tugitunda emitwalo egyo 4. Tetuba tetufunamu ngafu abavubuka ab'ekyalo batulekera nyegenyege.
Kino kijja kwongera okutukumula Uganda monsi okuya and Uganda erijafunamu in terms of foreign exchange kubanga bano abantu balireeta dola saadi n'owononya hotero mu kibuga eyinda ng'oyenda okupangisa mu tawuni mwene tosobola agifuna. Nze nina abantu abaliva kuluya bena baire ndinondeza hotero wano muyirinda mwene tyafunye kubanga dona bagipangisa.
Mugwainenge enguudo dirikolebwa kino kituyamba ku nti balikola n'enguudo twatuyidde okubisa enaana daife endagi daife okuditwala mu tawuni eidinda okuditunda.
Safety and to employees abaana abawerako ba divers abakuno ne ba marines abagenda oku overseeing buli kimu. Tulese ba lifeguards ne instructors okusomesa abantu okuwuga atamanyi kuwuga kubwerere.
According me, the president of Uganda nendo okumwebaza ni #1 supporter and defender of Nyegenyege festival. President ayenda abantu babe happy, ayenda abantu banumirwe. President yatuwagira mu 2018 nga bendosa za mu Nyegenyege yatuwagira mu 2019 and the same atuwagire.
In other news, beneficiaries of the presidential initiative Emyooga have appealed to government to sensitize SACCO members to get more knowledge pertaining the seed capital disbursed to them by the Microfinance Support Center. This was highlighted in the monitoring of the performance of Emyooga SACCOs in Namutumba district.
During the performance assessment program in Namutumba district, State Minister for Microfinance, Honorable Haruna Kasolo, advised members of Emyooga SACCOs to plan for their income if they are to benefit from the ongoing wealth creation program.
Okuvanga bawumudde bali waka obadolooza babatikira. Lwaki abaana kunaku olusooka nga bawumudde tuwatandika okutereka akasente mpolampola? Lwaki otandika kulowooza ku Sunday nga abaddeyo ku Monday?
Most beneficiaries of different SACCOs have acknowledged the impact of Emyooga on their households. However, some believe with more sensitization and skilling from government, they will perform better.
Okay. Levu yoyagananga tujibuuse buti sese twike abantu bamaze okumanya ekintu. Ndikwenda kukugumya nti wairo nabo kali kuida amagulire gana kutuka ati Namutumba ekyuse.
With 3 constituencies, Namutumba received total seed capital of 1.7 billion shillings. Busiki constituency received seed capital of 620 million shillings and disbursed 887,351,200 shillings. Loan recoveries were worth 196,345,700 shillings and accumulated savings worth 226,178,300 shillings. Bukono constituency got seed capital of 560 million and disbursed 665,446,000 shillings, with loan recoveries of 53,149,800 shillings and accumulated savings worth 109,528,300 shillings. Busiki North constituency got seed capital of 580 million shillings, disbursed 662,570,000 shillings, with loan recoveries of 102,767,000 shillings, accumulated savings of 182,170,600 shillings. Wadulo Makanold, Joshua Kagoro, UBC News, in Namutumba district.
Siamu Gungos in the district of Mityana and Mpigi have been congratulated for establishing a federation which will air out their voice, promote financial inclusion and improve social capital, among others. Mao Gungos are community-based cooperatives at village and parish level. With support from Korean Federation of Credit Cooperative, the launch of the Uganda Federation of Community Credit Cooperative will increase partnership with government and community in poverty eradication among the rural poor.
Uganda Federation of Community Credit Cooperative is expected to pull the community power together to address their challenges of financial inclusion. The chairman, Uganda Federation of Community Credit Cooperative, Mavumirizi Samuel Kalule, says investment ventures are to be established.
Also resolved that the federation should obtain a group insurance for all the MGs. We have also resolved through this meeting that the federation should get a loan protection fund or a loan liquidity fund which shall be used by MGs to overcome their financial constraints.
Members were asked to embrace the cooperative and pay subscription. So far, 7 Samau Gumgo have registered for full membership of the federation and a certificate of the federation has been obtained.
Every MG has been working on its own, but now we have come together such that we can do our activities as a group. But these activities, the MGs are still going to be doing their activities at the MG level, but we have uplifted these activities to also go to the federation such that the federation can plan for these MGs.
Park Hisung says MG community credit cooperatives with necessary minimum requirements for registration to the federation without capacity to pay full amount can pay in installments.
This is cooperative movement. Cooperative movement is not actually initiated by us. This is will of people. Anybody who wants to join this project and wants to join the community saving, that's actually the basis.
The chairman, LC5 Mpigi District, Sejemba Martin, says the union will enable members to have control of their resources.
People have been so much aspiring to make associations, to make cooperatives, but when they are lacking financial knowledge.
Chepa Andrew, the Samau Gumgo coordinator in Uganda, says over 10,000 members have been registered by the federation.
Many people, because of the history of the many institutions that have gone to these communities, some of them have run away with the people's money. So that trust and confidence, building the trust and confidence in the community that this is another model, this is something different from what has happened before, has been a challenge.
Samau Gomgo Community Credit Cooperative operates under a slogan, "Together we can, Tusobola." Sudat Kaye, UBC News.
Now, about 45 trainers of plant operators for robust road equipment have been passed out by the Ministry of Works and Transport and certified by the Directorate of Industrial Training, DIT. This is the first cohort under the project to construct a mechanical engineering and training advisory center. Officiating at the pass-out at the Ministry of Works and Transport offices in Kampala, the Minister for Works and Transport, General Katumba Wamala, said that this project is also to help address the issue of youth unemployment through skilling the youth.
Government of Uganda in 2015 purchased 1,151 Japanese road equipment worth $155 million in line with the Ministry of Works sectoral objective to develop a multimodal transport network in the country. However, there was an issue of poor maintenance of the earth-moving machines, which was attributed to human resource challenge. Hence, Uganda government, with support from Japanese and the United Nations Industrial Development Organization, embarked on starting construction of a mechanical engineering and training advisory center of $2.34 million to bridge the industrial skills gap for road equipment operators.
We've had frequent machine failures which were linked to poor operations, and these were caused by unskilled operators.
We embarked on the developing of the human resource, and that's what we're still doing up to date through skills enhancement and training.
The Directorate of Industrial Training assessed and has certified 45 trainers of plant operators. However, the Principal Qualifications Officer, DIT, Turiamwesimira Johnson, expressed disappointment over institutions not having accreditation to certify mechanics.
Country, Honourable Minister, we don't have accredited training institutions that do train plant operators. And this has been a big challenge because many Ugandans are in need of these skills, but they have nowhere to go. Training of plant operators, mechanics, and supervisors is very expensive, and most of our Ugandans cannot afford.
Part we pledge to implement this project to the fullest, ensuring value for money and to account for every penny entrusted to us in a transparent way.
At the same time, the training will also help them to maintain the machines, because like before, you've been seeing like the government has been bringing machines, but they would get spoiled because people are not skilled. But
the Minister for Works and Transport, General Katumba Wamala, said government welcomes the Operator Training Centre since it will address the issue of unemployment. He emphasized that contractors need people who can run the equipment and also maintain them.
The oil industry is a big industry now, and they have a lot of machinery. But I can assure you, if you went there today, you will find more than 50% of the employees on those machines are not Ugandans, because we lacked the requisite skills and qualifications. So this will enable us to impart these skills required by the employer, the oil industry, even our road industry.
Japanese ambassador to Uganda, His Excellency Fukazawa Hidemoto, said this project will strengthen further the bilateral relations between the two countries and also begins the journey in vitalizing the economy of Uganda in the sector of works and transport.
Skills, techniques are important, but at the same time, that mindset is also very important. I want the operators, the maintenance engineers, to handle these machines as their own machines. It's not the government machines, it's their own machines.
The project targets to train 360 mechanics and engineers from the Ministry of Works and Transport. I'm Navka Farida and Stephen Kalisia in Kampala.
Well, let's now take a short commercial break and be back with more news tonight. Stay tuned.
Ni MTN Kabode Super as you pay mpola for this smartphone. Make calls, update your WhatsApp status, watch YouTube, and Google anything under the sun with 2 GB worth of data every month for 7 months. Simply make a small deposit of 99k and pay the balance mpola. You can pay in daily, weekly, or even monthly installments while you enjoy your new phone. So what are you doing today? Visit any MTN shop near you and get the MTN Kabode Super easy. Happiness comes to us in many places. It's in knowing the mosquito net keeps our children healthy. The wife having the support of her husband. It's in deciding together when to have a baby. And for some, focusing on what's important right now. So what's your happiness? Make the right health decisions to ensure happiness for you and your family.
Stay connected on the largest 4G network in Uganda using the Airtel 4G Pocket MiFi at only 75,000 Uganda shillings. It comes with 15 GBs free, valid for a month. You can connect up to 10 of your friends and family at a go. Visit the nearest Airtel shop to get one today or call 0800 333 330 for free delivery within Kampala. Dial *175 *9# to activate free 15 GBs. Airtel, the smartphone network.
The Corporate Games season 2022-2023 is here. Don't miss lots of fun and networking. 12 sports disciplines and over 2,000 participants with over 40 corporate companies in one place. This happens every first Sunday of every month For more information, contact info@corporategamesug.com or visit our website www.corporategamesug.com, or you can call us on 0700 339 048 or 0785 642 953. Don't miss on Sunday, 11th of September 2022 at Chambogo University, the Corporate Games, inspiring corporates through sports.
Beat the back-to-school hustle today. Pay school fees conveniently using Airtel Money. Dial *185#. Select option 6, school fees.
Select to pay using Bridge Schools, School Pay or Peg Pay.
Select option 1, pay fees. Enter student number. Enter the amount. Enter the PIN number to complete payment. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
The Corporate Games season 2022-2023 is here. Don't miss lots of fun and networking. 12 sports disciplines and over 2,000 participants with over 40 corporate companies in one place. This happens every first Sunday of every month. For more information, contact info@corporategamesug.com or visit our website www.corporategamesug.com, or you can call us on 0700 339 048 or 0785 642 953. Don't miss on Sunday, 11th of September 2022 at Chambogo University, the Corporate Games, inspiring corporates through sports.
Leaders who care create a good learning environment.
Because a good school equals a better life.
Raising voices. Vimba! Ni MTN Kabode Super as you pay mpola for this smartphone. Make calls, update your WhatsApp status, watch YouTube, and Google anything under the sun with 2 GB worth of data every month for 7 months. Simply make a small deposit of 99k and pay the balance mpola. You can pay in daily, weekly, or even monthly installments while you enjoy your new phone. So what are you doing today? Visit any MTN shop near you and get the MTN Kabode Super easy.
Back, you're still watching the UBC News Tonight. Into more news now. The State Minister for Higher Education, J.C. Muyingo, has commended the Uganda Nurses and Midwives Examinations Board for exercising professionalism in handling the examination of health workers' exams. This was during the release of the June 2022 UNMEB examinations in Kampala. He, however, cautioned health institutions against the vice of malpractices.
The State Minister for Education, John Chrysostom Muyingo, has commended the Ugandan Nurses and Midwives Examinations Board for exercising professionalism in handling the examination of health workers across the country. The minister urged students to obtain the government school fees loans to successfully cater for their education.
Empathy. It's your duty to uphold the calling from God. As you are singing, you are called by God to serve. And please provide all the necessary care to the patients, whether they have money or not, whether they are relatives or not. Provide that care. As your motto says, you are even created to love and serve. The executive secretary talked about examination malpractice. I'm surprised. This should not be happening in our institutions. Examination malpractice is unacceptable and should be punished with all the means possible.
He also expressed the need of constant upgrading of health institutions for better competences.
Sorry about that. Now, the efforts to reform the technical vocational education training, TVET, are high with the Ministry of Education and Sports set with all principal issues for tabling the TVET bill finalized. The Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Education and Sports, Katie Lamaro, is eager to see more Ugandans adopting the modular assessment program of skilling for the job market. This was during the feedback workshop on the performance of Uganda Business and Technical Education Examinations Board, UBTEB, held at the National ICT Innovations Hub in Kampala, Nakawa. The ongoing reforms in the technical and vocational education sector are taking root, with now the education sector reviewing the key issues to table the TVET bill. The Executive Secretary, Uganda Business Technical Examinations Board, Onesmus Oyesije, says UBTEB welcomes the ongoing reforms, which he thinks are to improve efforts to skill Ugandans for job creation.
This TVET subsector has been undergoing a reform right from 2008 with the enactment of the TVET Act. But now, we are moving towards the climax. We have the TVET policy, which is guiding us. We have, if you have seen, the ministry has restructured the TVET department. It is now different from what it was. Then also we are moving towards having the TVET Act. So far, the principles for formulating the TVET bill have been passed by Cabinet. So we are now in the formulation of the TVET bill.
Onesmus expressed worry over the increasing joblessness, blaming it on the number of unskilled population.
It is only in Uganda, maybe I might say in Africa, where people sometimes are comfortable with one skill. That I'm an accountant, period. What about when the accountant jobs are not there? What happens? So we want to diversify. So we need to skill everybody.
According to the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education and Sports, Katie Lamaro, the modular assessment of UBTEB will strengthen the world of work as many Ugandans adopt skilling for job creation.
The NDP3 has proposed the modular assessment, and this assessment really makes learning easier because now you do not have to undertake the entire course to qualify. Yes, you can qualify, I don't know whether to call it in bits.
The feedback meeting for heads of institutions, education stakeholders and members of UBTEB are in Kampala to harmonize issues to address the emerging issues in skills assessment by Uganda Business Technical Examinations Board.
They give us feedback and we agree on some actions. So today we are here to review what we agreed last time.
Counterfeit in agrochemical products has been identified as the leading cause of undercutting the profit margin of the farmer. The wrong chemicals damage the quality of the harvest, and farmers have urged the Ministry of Agriculture to revise the counterfeit law, which is viewed as having weak penalties towards the culprits.
Apart from being a profit-generating industry in the country, agriculture is seen as a main element of survival. To date, the sector has encountered hard challenges, including the poor agricultural practices and low-quality inputs that hinder the sector from growing.
Everything is faked, from the seeds, the fungicides, everything is faked. And we who are doing the anti-counterfeit, we are struggling to try and get data. Some of the research we have conducted shows that even awareness, understanding what a counterfeit is a challenge.
The substandard agrochemical products that have increased on markets have contributed to poor harvest and have affected the farmers' income.
Sabotage in terms of economic sabotage, because people are losing revenue. Government is losing taxes because these people are not actually in the books in government.
Stakeholders in the agribusiness sector have called on the Ministry of Agriculture to revise the counterfeit law by putting in place strict penalties to curb its increase.
This is someone who is doing business worth 5 million, 10 million, and you tell him to pay 200,000 shillings or given probably a day or two in prison. So we need to have strong laws that can actually stop this vice.
Complaining here about counterfeits on the market, but they are there because you and me are providing a market.
In lieu of this, the Bukola Chemical Industries has commenced its roadmap of educating over 5,000 farmers on insecticides to be used in their farming activities. The initiative intends to improve more knowledge on agrochemicals and how to preserve them known to be harmful.
Will be trainings, product knowledge, business knowledge, because some of these farmers don't know how to run their books. So we are going to partner with financial institutions that will come with us so that we can actually do those trainings with them.
Celebrating 50 years of existence, Bukola Chemical Industries is to leverage on the modern farming technologies to ensure food security in all households. Lydia Chomkama, UBC News.
The former boss for Uganda Airlines, Conway Mulea, has been found with a case to answer in the case where he is accused of disobeying lawful orders from the Inspectorate of Government Office on the mismanagement of government funds at the Uganda Airlines. Magistrate Asumani Muhumuza, after perusing through the evidence presented by 3 witnesses, he found Conway Mulea with a case to answer. The first prosecution witness was Gideon Abudum, Supervisor Special Investigations at the IGG's Lauren Akello, who led the team that arrested the accused, and Francis Kabera, the security manager, who retrieved the call data to confirm that by the time Mulea was wanted by the IGG's office, he was in the country with the accused, which the accused denies. Court has indicated 13th September 2022 for the accused Conway Mulea to defend himself against the allegations, after which court will deliver its judgment on the 23rd September 2022. And that brings us to the end of our 10 o'clock bulletin. We've spent of our time, and now we'll leave you with the weather updates with Kutesa Mili.
Tuning on UBC, my name is Kutesa Mili with your weather update. We are still having thunder showers dominating most parts of the country, and this is due to the rainbow that is over Africa, including our country. Uganda, in combination with moist winds that are blowing from Indian Ocean, coming into our country, and local effects like Lake Victoria Basin bring us the rainfall that we're experiencing lately. Tomorrow morning, though, we expect sunny intervals to dominate most parts of our country, the central part, the eastern and the western, apart from the northern part of our region, where I seeing light isolated showers across Gulu and Lila, but the rest of the country still will have sun.